Okay, attempt number 2. It is now 1:25. I hope we don't have any issues this time around. I already checked the audio. I just did a whole 30-minute recording of this game showcased, and unfortunately there was no audio. But let's not dwell on the past. Let's get right into it. This is Hunter, the Hunter Call of the Wild, and it is a hunting simulator game. If you remember back in your memories when you were a child, you might remember a game called I think it was Hunt Showdown. No, Big Game Hunt. That's what it was. That game is pretty much this game, but this game is far, far greater in very many ways. So I'm going to go ahead and continue game. This is going to take me to the reserve that I have chosen. This is one of the free reserves you can get. You don't have to pay for in DLCs and stuff. There's a ton of things to go over, so let me go ahead and show off. Where to start? Let's start with the inventory system and the skills. So, as you level up, you get points. You get XP from killing animals, and you can turn the points that you get for skills and perks into better things to help you track and to see whether, like, the health of your creatures and stuff like that. Or you can do things like, in perks, slow the sway of your gun, so that it's easier for you to make shots. And it just goes in depth with rifles, handguns, shotguns, and archery. You have Stalker and Ambusher here. I haven't gone much into this, the Ambusher skill area, but I have done some into the Stalker. I've had a lot of fun with it. And I guess we can get a little bit more into that later on. But right now, I want to show you guys the map. So, in the map, there's a lot of different icons. It's going to be a little confusing right off the bat. Let's start with no icons. You see this little purple zone? This is a hunting depression zone. This means that somebody has shot or hunted or killed an animal in this area recently. So, when you fire, it's going to scare all the animals off. This is just a little indicator to show you that a hunter has done something. Like you can see down here. It just shows you that a shot has been fired and animals have been wounded. So, you're less likely to find creatures there, but I'm not telling you it's impossible. I have found many, many animals there before. It will go away. It just takes a while. We can go into this. This right here is a lookout point. Lookout points are what you need to go to in order to show you more of the map. Like you see how most of this is very dark. If I were to go here, it would show me this map. Same thing here. If I go here, it would show me these dark areas and show me these little undiscovered points that I can go to. And when you go to those, it'll be a ton of things. It could be like this is a portable structure tent. This is a ground blind, and there's a ton of them. Right, this is a landmark. There's just a bunch of different things that you can do. Now, one of the most important things in these icons, there's two of them. This is one is a hunting structure. These are really, really good. They're placed there for a reason because animals are in the view of this. It's a game's way of helping you out. It's not just randomly placed around. So you might want to look around. They're really interesting to see. I'm not going to be showing any of those today. That is not the essence of the game. I think then I don't want to go off track. I do that a lot. Now, there's another thing. The most important are these outposts. If you do not visit an outpost and you go traveling to the far ends of the earth and you don't visit the outpost, then you can't. When you die or something, you can't respawn back there. And then when you exit the game and start the game, you can't spawn there. So, you need to make sure to hit these outposts so that you can go there. You can fast travel once you find it as well, so you can just zip around the map once you have it. Now then, I believe that covers most of the icons. Let's go ahead and go into inventory. Start with weapons. Once you buy a weapon, you can equip your weapon by dragging it over to the quick access thing, which is going to be your number keys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. You can just click and drag, and it'll take it right where you want to go. Once you've placed the item, you're not done. You have to grab the correct ammo, and you have to put it where you want it. And then you have to do the same thing with sights. So you move your sight onto the weapon that you want it. So let's go to ammo real quick, just kind of show you. I need to equip these broadheads to my crossbow, so just click, drag, and release, and boom. So now I've got a crossbow with the correct ammo and a scope on it. So perfect. There's a lot of different equipments. I'm using Scent Eliminator right now. It's pretty self-explanatory. It eliminates my scent. And I don't know how well it works, but you know, it's something you'll figure out and get a sense for as you use it. I'm not super experienced at the game, but I'm learning. I do have enough experience to kind of show you what the game's about. There's binoculars. These are very important items to have. Some of them come with rangefinders. You can always upgrade yours. The biggest thing they are is when you look at a creature, you can highlight them. So you highlight a creature, you can zoom, you can change over to your gun. It will remain highlighted, and it'll show you or it won't show you where you need to shoot, but it'll give you an outline of the creature, even through bushes. It will go away. Now, I have a DLC which allows me to get a tent and to get these ground blinds. The tent is just like a awesome outpost. I can respawn at it. It's just a placeable that I can do. I can access the shop. I can access my storage. It's just an awesome thing to do. I can even wait the day away. It's awesome. Now, let me go ahead and show you the shop and kind of what you can do with it. You can buy a ton of different guns. You get your 223, your 270. I won't go through them all because I'm dyslexic and I'll definitely end up butchering most of these. But there's a ton of options. The gun itself doesn't matter as much as the ammo. It's not as in-depth as Tarkov, but it is still quite in-depth. Now, let's go to the ammos and let's just use the 223s because they're the first ones. So we'll go to soft points first. You have a 10 penetration, and expansion is 12. I don't know quite what expansion is, but I know what penetration is. I am sure you do too. Now, every bullet is rated for something. This bullet here is rated for fox, deer, and pig. Now, if we go to the polymer tip, you'll see that it's rated for the same amount. Now, let's go up a caliber to this one. Now you can see that it's fox, deer, pig, coyote, and I think that's a reindeer? Yeah, it's a reindeer. You can see that these have a higher penetration value than these. These cause a lot more bleeding, which can be good, especially for your smaller animals, but for your larger ones, bleeding's not going to do you as much as penetration will. And I guess we can do the 122 LR, which is only rated for rabbit. So, not super good, but, you know, it's still fun. It's still very fun. Let's see if there's anything else. I can show you kind of this. You can get collars, antler rattler, beacon, duck collar, snort. There's a ton of different things to do to help you target a specific species that you want to go after. There's a bunch of scents that'll help you do the same thing. Decoys for ducks. That's a DLC. You won't have that. See, consumables. You have your first aid kits. Surprisingly, in a hunting game, you can be hunted and killed. Don't sneak up on a bear till you're 5 feet away and then shoot it and miss the heart. I may sound like I know what I'm talking about from experience. Well, that's because I have. I got bum rushed by a bear, and he ate my ass. It was terrible. I was so sad. Now, you can do clothing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't actually change how well the animals can see you, as you can see. It matters on how you want to look. Backpacks, I believe these do help. Yes. These are really helpful. Obviously, the more money you spend, the better it's going to be. It's quite helpful. Um, there's a ton of different things you can buy: layout blinds, tents, binoculars. You can get this rangefinder here. But yeah, there's just a ton of things you can get. You can even get an ATV in case you need to travel like a long distance. So there's a lot. Now, that concludes the shop. You can rest in your bed and pass time away. You know what I didn't show you? I didn't show you need zones on the map. So let me go ahead and show you that. On the map, if you zoom in, if you found them, you can find need zones and like feeding zones and stuff like that. So we have water, food, rest. So if I were to go into this area, I would find a resting deer only at 0913. You can see that down there where it says need zone highlighted at the bottom. And each of them have a little time frame. If you go there within the time frame, you will find something. And that is one of the most efficient ways to hunt in this game is by timing your need zones. I don't bother with it most of the time, but if you're really trying to grind to one thing, it's a great thing to know so that you can just look at it. And if you do like 0500 to 9, you go hunt there, go to 0800. I mean, you just hit all of the spots, and you'll just be able to get one after another, and it'll be really, really good. Now, with that being said, let me kind of show you a few things down here. Let's go back to that. Right where my hand is, you'll see a compass rose. Okay, you can see where I'm looking based off where that point is in northeast southwest. You see this little cone? This cone is my scent. That's the direction the wind's blowing, and that's where my scent will go. So if an animal is over there and it smells me, it's going to get alerted, and it'll most likely run away. Unless you have Scent Eliminator, which I believe just decreases the range at which you get smelled. I do believe that you still get smelled, but I'm not 100% on that. I'm not super experienced with it yet. I'm still learning. Now, you can see your heart, that little heart down there. That is your heart rate. If let me just pull a weapon out real quick. Your heart rate will go up based off of whether or not you're sprinting, holding your breath, and on all of that will affect how you shoot and stuff. You can see my heart beating more and more, and eventually I'll lose my breath. Boom, there it goes. Now you can see, and you'll slowly recover. Now, the icon next to it, that's your visibility, how visible you are. That's not how.
No, I spotted some tracks earlier.
Yeah, by the way, this guy will scare the shit out of you all the time.
I'll send the coordinates.
Anyway, the icon next to the heart is your visibility. It's not what the animals see, it's how visible you are. So, if you can see right there, here, if I start moving, you get a full circle. I am fully visible. If any animal sees me, right away it'll start freaking out. You can see I'm mostly visible here, and if I crouch, I'm not quite sure what that means, but I know that it's less than the other one. If you get into cover, it's perfect. Get over here. You can see that I become less visible. There we go. See, I'm way less visible now. You can go prone too, and I'm like almost indetectable. You can barely see anything down there. And then the next one of the most important things in this game is movement, or sound. Sorry, not movement. You can see next to the visibility indicator, you can see the sound bars. When you're normally walking, there's 6 total bars. The max you can get is 3 red. When you're normally walking, you get 3 white and 1 red, and that changes based off of what you're walking on. Like if you walk on gravel or stuff, it will be louder, and then if you're walking on like pine needles, it'll be softer. You can decrease it by going slower. Decrease your sound, I mean. And then obviously when you shoot the gun, it's going to be very loud as well. Now, the other most important thing in this game is your movement. There are a ton of different movement options. It's not as in-depth as a game like Tarkov, but it is still in-depth. You've got your sprint, your walk, your crouch sprint, and then you've got your prone and your fast prone. So you really utilize your movement there. So if you wanna, I don't know, like something is eating and they're looking away from you, you can start moving a little faster, and then when it looks, you can stop and go a little slower. So I mean, it's very, very, very helpful. And I believe, so you'll get to see all these things in action here in a moment when I go hunting. Normally, I find a creature over here. In fact, when I looked over here earlier, there was a moose, and I shot that moose, and you know what? It ran away, and I finally ended up hunting it. But I can't. Again, let's not dwell on the past. So, if we look at our map, we can see right over here is a rest zone from 0900 to 13. It is currently 12:39. I think we might be able to make it. So let's start moving. I try to refrain from sprinting around everywhere. But you do want to move fast, just because I am on a time crunch with this, whether or not this animal is going to be there. Now, if an animal is out in the wilderness and it wants, damn, scared the shit out of me, and it wants to mate, it'll do a mating call. If you are noticed by the animal and it wants to take an aggressive stance, it will do a warning call. They don't always do warning calls. Sometimes you'll get noticed and it'll just run away, so don't expect it every time. Let's see if I can trigger this creature up here. This creature, I think it's a black-tailed deer. I think that's what it said. Hopefully I can make it mad and it realize I'm here. Oh, look, there we go. Now I don't even have to worry about it. So we're gonna go after these guys. I'm gonna go ahead and. What the fuck? That's terrifying. A moose mating call. You can see up there, you can tell whether or not that moose is a male or female by the color of the icon and the icon itself. That is a perk of mine. You don't get that right off the bat. Just keep going. As you can see, these little things on the ground, these are actually tracks. If I press E on it, boom, we can see that the black-tailed deer had walked this way. That cone tells you the direction of it. I don't see any black-tailed deer right off the bat, but we do have our targets already. Let me show you how these binoculars work real quick. This is one of your most important tools that you should utilize. It's got several zoom functions. Let's see if I can get to the edge here so that I can see the deer. There. Boom. So I've spotted it. Up there, you can see what level the deer is. You can see that it's a 3 and very easy. That'll determine or help determine the score you actually get from the animal when you kill it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull my rifle out. Hopefully that wasn't me catching them. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and crouch. Pull out my binoculars. We're gonna go ahead and look at all of these and determine which one we want to hunt. We have a level 2 minor, a level 2 minor, and then all these does. It looks like they're actually on the move here. I'm going to pull my rifle out and I'm going to try to make a kill from this distance. I don't know how good I am, but we're gonna give it a try. All right, so hold my breath and fire. Alright, you can see he's wounded there. Okay, so we're coming up on the need zone here. The need zone is, this is just where they feed. Hopefully I didn't kill that deer too fast. I wanted to kind of show you guys what a hunt is, but I think I see it right there. Yes, I did. Okay. So let's go ahead and show you. So I shot the deer right here. You can see the blood splatter. So if we look at it, no, that's not the blood splatter. Here we go. Here we go. So this is where I shot the deer. You can see vital organ hit just now. So it tells you how recent it is and what you hit, if you hit anything. Now you can go from here, see high blood rate. Let's have this high blood rate. And then we have our deer. This is our trophy, the one we just got. So let's go ahead and check it out and see what we got. Looks like I hit both lungs. He didn't stand too much of a chance at all. Now, you can see what angle it is. It also shows you the other vital organs, so you know what to shoot for next time you go for an animal. You can even shoot the bones. Obviously, the best way to do it is to kill with the heart. You can go to the true score. The true score will show you how you're getting scored. And then all that add up will be here. So if you do the harvest checks, you'll see if you want to get the best you can, it mostly matters with weight and fur type, I believe. I could be wrong. I'm pretty new at this game, but I do thoroughly enjoy it. And I did a little bit of research and found that weight is a huge factor on this trophy you get. But if you fail any of these, like use the wrong ammo, or shoot the animal two or more than 2 times, or let's see, don't hit a vital organ, all of these will, like, you could end up getting a broken trophy, which will be almost, you'll still get something for it, just not as good. Now, you can see we got the score here, so we can close this, hit information. You can choose to taxidermize it if you really liked it, or you can save the harvest. But I'm just going to go ahead and accept, get some points, some cash, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit more of the hunting from the other deer that ran away. Let's go over here. Oh, that scared me. Okay, look, so we got a white-tailed deer warning call from another male, and I would be willing to bet that is probably the other male that we didn't kill. Did you see how big that noise thing is? That's telling you it's a kind of a proximity based thing. You get to see more like right here. Let's hopefully stand up and see them down here. Oh, this is just too bad. I really hoped I would be able to see him. But yeah, you can tell by how close he is by the cone size of how, you know, if it's big, it's going to be closer. I'm not really looking to get into another hunt. What I am looking to do is show you kind of the tracking. So you see the steps, you can follow the direction. Oh, I got debated. Oh, come on. That's just, oh, hold on, you can see an animal right there. I can't believe I didn't see that. Okay, so we're going to get our breath up a little bit. I'm not worried about that. I want to get one of these guys. Alright, and it looks like a heart shot. I hope that was a heart shot. It looks like I might have fucked it up. But let's go ahead and look at it and see if we got something there. Sometimes these hunts can go on for a very long time, especially if you're not using the right kind of ammo. It looks like I did get exactly what I called. It's not a buck or anything like that. It's a doe. It'll get me some points. It looks like I hit every good organ available, but I didn't. It's not trophy rating. It's not a male. Left lung, heart, right lung. You can see exactly where the bullet came in and what it hit, so it helps out a lot. This is just going to be a nice little bit of money for me. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. This right here is what I really wanted to show you. This is scat. So if you're hunting something that you just found some tracks and you find scat, they'll shit every now and again like an animal, and it'll tell you how recent it is. This is very, very helpful. It'll tell you, like, if it says very old, maybe you don't want to be hunting it because he's way far away. Does that make sense? But yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, I love this game. It's a blast. I can do it by myself or with friends. Obviously, playing games with friends is so much better. So I highly recommend it. I'll go ahead and show you the Hunter's Blind because I'm right here and I've got the money. But yeah, man. This game is a blast. I highly recommend it. This is probably not one of my favorite games, but definitely up there. After building it, you can can go up and look around. Got a warning call from a moose there. But yeah, you can, here, let me just go over to this because it's better, my binoculars. You get these huge good vantages, you can look around. That's what these hunters, they're built here for a reason. It's to help you out. They're not randomized. They're, like, this is overlooking the whole water system. And there's a resting point for animals right there. And as you saw, there was the deer right here. So, there's a ton of different things you can do in this game. It's a big blast. If you ever enjoyed hunting simulators when you were a kid, this is the game for you. I absolutely love it, and I highly recommend it. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. It's been another 25-30 minute recording session. I have audio this time, thank God, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys again.